Your F-150's 10-speed transmission can destroy itself in under 5 seconds, and most owners trigger it every single morning. The 10R80 is a beast, but some everyday habits are quietly grinding it down. One of them happens before you even leave your driveway. Stick around. This could save you $5,000. Number 7. Let's start with something that sounds almost too simple to matter. Most F-150 owners never check their transmission fluid. Not once a month, not once a year, just never. And here's why that's problematic. See, the 10R80 has a specific fluid circuit that keeps every clutch pack alive under load. When that fluid gets dirty, or the level drops even slightly, something happens inside the transmission that most people never expect. The pump starts pulling air. And when an automatic transmission pump ingests air, it cavitates, meaning it shreds the very clutches it's supposed to protect. Your transmission starts eating itself from the inside out. Dirty fluid from a neglected filter makes it worse. It contaminates the valve body and causes the torque converter to shudder. And you'll feel that as a faint vibration on the highway that slowly gets worse and worse. The fix is embarrassingly cheap. Check your fluid monthly, on level ground, engine running, in park. Top it off carefully, because overfilling causes foaming, which is just as bad as running low. Now, if ignoring fluid is bad, wait until you hear what happens when the wrong fluid goes in entirely. That leads us right into number 6. Number 6. Here's something most truck owners don't realize. Your transmission has a brain. The 10R80's transmission control module, the TCM, actually learns your driving style over time. It watches your throttle inputs, your shift patterns, your braking habits, and it adapts. Sounds impressive, right? But here's the dark side of that adaptive learning that Ford doesn't advertise. If you've been driving with bad habits, the TCM has been memorizing them. It starts treating aggressive inputs as normal. Shifts get harder. That 2-3 clunk you've been feeling? The transmission thinks that's just how you like it now. On top of that, skipping Ford's PCM and TCM software flashes means you're missing calibration updates specifically designed to fix hard shifts, delayed engagement, and shudder issues. Dealers release these quietly, and most owners never get them. The move here is simple. Visit your dealer once a year for a software check, and after any flash, do a proper relearn drive highway loops at varied throttle positions. A reset alone doesn't cut it. The transmission needs to re-educate itself with good inputs. Okay, software and fluid are maintenance issues, but the next habit? It's about how you actually drive the truck, and this one catches people completely off guard. Number 5. The F-150 is rated to tow up to 13,500 pounds. That number is real. But there's a condition attached to it that nobody talks about. When you're pulling a heavy trailer in stop-and-go traffic, or crawling up a long grade in summer heat, the fluid inside your 10R80 starts doing something that can cause permanent damage within minutes. It boils. And foamy boiled fluid can't lubricate clutch packs. It can't dissipate heat. It just fails. Drum cracks, clutch glazing, irreversible damage. The factory cooler on most F-150s has a thermostat bypass limit, and sustained fluid temps above 220 degrees Fahrenheit start cracking drums and destroying friction material. If you tow regularly, even light loads, invest in an auxiliary transmission cooler. Pick up a cheap OBD scanner that reads transmission temperature. And when you're on a long haul, pull over, drop it into neutral, and let it idle for a few minutes to bleed off heat. Your transmission wasn't built to run hot indefinitely. Give it some breathing room. Heat from the outside is bad enough. But the next habit creates heat from the inside, and it happens every single time you shift at a red light. Number 4. Ford calls the 10R80's transmission fluid lifetime fluid, which sounds great until you find out what lifetime apparently means to a transmission engineer. Here's what actually happens to Mercon ULV fluid over time, and why the answer might change how you think about your entire truck's longevity. the fluid degrades. It breaks down under heat and pressure, forms varnish, and starts clogging the solenoids that control every shift. The CDF drum sleeve shifts position, exposing wrong fluid ports. Seals swell and leak. And all of this happens quietly, invisibly, until one day your transmission just stops cooperating. Transmission specialists almost universally recommend a fluid change every 40 to 50,000 miles, especially if you tow, live somewhere hot, or do a lot of city driving. Use only genuine Mercon ULV, not Mercon Phi, not a compatible substitute. The wrong fluid destroys clutch material through chemical incompatibility. While you're at it, consider a deep pan upgrade during service. It adds fluid capacity and improves cooling. One of the best investments you can make in a high-mileage 10R80. Hey, real quick, if this is already making you think twice about how you've been treating your truck, do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button right now. Number 3. This one. This is the habit that I'd bet most of you watching right now are doing without realizing it. When you're cruising on the highway in normal drive mode, especially towing anything, the 10R80 does something under the hood that's slowly hammering one of its most vulnerable components. It lugs. The engine is in too high a gear for the load it's carrying, torque multiplies without a proper downshift, and the aft clutches and CDF drums absorb the shock of every underpowered pull. Over thousands of miles, those clutches crack. Those drums distort. You'll notice it as unexplained harsh engagements, moments where the truck seems to thud into gear for no reason. What's actually happening is your transmission control module fighting inputs it wasn't calibrated to handle in normal mode under load. The solution is built right into your truck. Tow haul mode exists for exactly this reason. It adjusts shift points to keep RPMs between 2,000 and 3,000, the sweet spot where the engine makes power without overloading the drivetrain. Sport mode works too for more spirited driving. Use them. That's why Ford put them there. So we've covered heat, fluid, and driving modes. But the next two habits are pure reflex, things you do in 2 seconds flat, and they're costing you thousands. Number 2. This one drives transmission rebuilders absolutely crazy. You roll up to your driveway, you're still moving just barely, and you throw it into reverse to back in. Feels harmless. Takes half a second, and every time you do it, you're glazing your clutch material. Here's what's actually happening inside the transmission when you shift from drive to reverse without a complete stop. The clutches are being asked to stop rotating gears through friction alone. That generates a massive, instantaneous heat spike. The friction material glazes, meaning it gets hard and slick, and glazed clutches can't grip. They slip. The transmission starts behaving exactly like it has low fluid, except no amount of fluid top-off will fix surface damage. The fix is brutal in its simplicity: come to a complete stop. Every time. Your brakes are designed to stop the truck. Your transmission clutches are not. All right, one habit left, and this one happens before you even leave your driveway. Number 1. Here it is, the number 1 transmission killer for F150 owners. And it takes less than 5 seconds. You start the truck, it's cold, maybe it's winter, maybe it's just early morning. You throw it into drive immediately and pull out. But here's what's happening inside your 10R80 in those first moments after startup. Something that Ford's own engineers flagged as a leading cause of premature failure in early 10R80 builds. Cold transmission fluid is thick, it hasn't circulated yet. The solenoids that control clutch engagement are firing on fluid that can't flow fast enough to build proper pressure. And when you slam it into drive or reverse in that window, you're spiking pressure on the lead frame and solenoids cold. Hard shifts, gear hunting, clutch glazing on first contact. In freezing temps, you need to wait 2 full minutes after startup. In normal weather, 30 to 60 seconds is enough for fluid to circulate and warm slightly. It sounds like nothing. But owners who trace their transmission failures back to a root cause consistently point to this habit, especially the telltale sign of jerky third gear engagement as the first warning that something is wrong. And here's the part that really stings. The 10R80's adaptive learning system memorizes those aggressive cold inputs and bakes them into its shift calibration. So the longer you do it, the worse the shifts become, even after the truck warms up. So there you have it. 7 daily habits that quietly destroy one of the most sophisticated transmissions Ford has ever built. Which one of these habits did you not know about before watching this video? Drop it in the comments. And if this video saved you some money down the road, hit that subscribe button